Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and today I want to show you how to very easily take a piece of filigree, some flatback rhinestones, and a hair clip and make a lovely barrette. All you're going to need is some Post-it notes, some E6000 glue, which is an industrial strength adhesive and is going to hold your rhinestones firmly in place. I'm using a magic pick to pick up my rhinestones. You don't need to use this, but it does make life a little easier. A scrap piece of wire. Those are the tools you need. And for the supplies, you need a piece of filigree, an assortment of flatback rhinestones, and the hair barrette itself. To begin, you're going to want to affix your filigree to the barrette, and you can see that this is a flat filigree and the barrette is actually curved. So very gently, I'm just going to curve the filigree with my fingers until it fits the shape of the barrette. Then I want to flip it over, and I want to put some E6000 on the back of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, put some E6000 onto my Post-it notes. If you've worked with this glue before, you know it dries rather quickly, so you don't want to put a lot on your Post-it. I'm going to use my scrap piece of wire as an applicator, and I'm only going to apply glue to the area that's going to actually touch the barrette. You know that this does get kind of stringy. That's fine. You can peel that off later if you get any where you don't want it. Once you're happy with your glue, go ahead, flip it over, and carefully place it onto your barrette. And I'm not at all worried about the glue that's spilling over. I'm going to bedeck this filigree in rhinestones, and we're going to cover that right up. So ideally, you're going to let this dry for a good hour or so before you go on to the next step. But for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to continue, which means this might wobble a little bit, but I would recommend letting it dry before you proceed. So first I want to apply the largest rhinestones. Here I have SS48, SS34, and SS12. You can choose whatever sizes you like. The main challenge for us in this particular project is going to be covering the bar because we don't want that to show through. So I did choose some rather large flatback rhinestones. I'm just going to take some glue, put it on the back of my rhinestone, and flip it over and press it directly on top of that bar. My E6000 is actually already dried out a little bit, so I'm just going to go ahead, put a little bit more down, and then place some glue directly on the back of the rhinestone. You can have a lot of fun with the pattern you choose to do this, and you definitely don't have to follow what I'm doing. It's fun to let your creativity flow. Now when I get to the smaller rhinestones, and when I say smaller, I'm actually including my SS34 in there. Instead of putting the glue directly on the back of the rhinestone, I'm going to put it onto the piece of metal itself. And this is probably why you're going to want to go ahead and have this dry before you proceed. I'm going to put a dab there. And I'm going to put a dab right over here. And I don't want to let any glue get onto the top surface of the rhinestone. These big ones, I can just pick them up with my fingers. Set them down into the glue. And press into place. So now I'm just going to go around my filigree and place my rhinestones wherever I want, and then I'm going to make sure I also cover any sign of that bar underneath. I want to go ahead and place some of my smaller rhinestones, so I'm carefully putting glue between the edges of the larger rhinestones. And now what I'm going to do, because it's a little hard to pick up the smaller size one, is I'm going to take my magic pick, and it actually helps to grab the rhinestone and just press it into place. If you're wondering what this color is, this here is crystal, and this one is Black Diamond AB. It kind of has a nice blue tint to it. So from here on out, just keep applying your rhinestones wherever you like until you're happy with your finished piece.